Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Bedford. Nick and Astis, Roger Howe with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week between the Londonderry Lancers and the Bedford Bulldogs. Highly anticipated game. Bedford, red hot, coming in winners of 5 in a row. Hoping to make it 6 straight against a Londonderry team that also has seemingly found their footing. After coming out 0-2 to begin the year, they've won 4 of their last 5. So Roger Howe, something has to give. A lot of eyes will be on this game this afternoon. 2 potential Final Four contenders, perhaps, in D1 meeting for the first time.
Yes, I hope so. Given the format and the playoffs, anything's possible. But in a traditional sense of how things have run in the playoffs, you would hope that these 2 teams would, in my mind, be in the top 4, given their success this season so far. I'm really excited to see this game and call this game. Londonderry right now in the New Hampshire high school rankings is 1 spot ahead of Bedford in the 5th slot. They were in that same spot the week prior, but Bedford, right behind them in the 6th spot, had moved up to number 6. But I personally, my feeling is that it'll go BG, Exeter, Pinkerton, and this is the play on that 4th spot.
And, of course, that's an unofficial coach's poll that you're referring to.
Indeed, yes, it is.
The hard standings have Bedford at 7-1. Wins over Concord, Salem, 2 apiece. And most recently this week, Roger, Souhegan, a 15-5 final. And then an overtime game of 10-9 that seems to reinforce a growing trend early in this season where the second of the back-to-backs, so to speak, have been more competitive. But nonetheless, this Bulldog team, frankly, expectations lower. Maybe when you compare some of the Bulldog teams in the past, but this group has raised eyebrows. They've looked good at times. They've won games in blowout fashion. They've won close games. They've been tested early. And you, of course, as a former member of the coaching staff, have kept a close eye on this group to begin the season as well.
Yes, I have, and as you said, not quite as strong as perhaps some of the teams in the past. But you don't look at the past to see what your success is going to be like in the future. You just continue to work hard. One of the things that the Bulldogs need to do today is they need to be very, very sharp on offense. Their defense has been pretty solid even in that game on Thursday. They obviously went into overtime with Souhegan and held them to 9 goals. But the offense is where it's at for Bedford, given the fact that they need to sharpen up. And they were never in front in that game on Thursday against Souhegan. They weren't ahead until the overtime period. Londonderry, they had a couple of good contests this week against Concord. I followed both those games. It was a very close contest for the Lancers on Thursday. I would assume that they were getting played zone on quite a bit by Coach Smith's team, and they ended up pulling away late. But they've always been strong, Londonderry. They've got some, very, very good players that are going to be on the All-State watch list this postseason. And we'll see what happens on the clash here.
Yeah, Londonderry, of course, playing with heavy hearts, playing inspired lacrosse for a fallen teammate. Jacob Nard passed away, unfortunately, a couple months ago. And really the community, the town of Londonderry, they've rallied around the family. And again, this group of young student athletes for Londonderry dedicating the season to their fallen captain. So good storylines abound here. The underdog Bulldogs and the Londonderry Lancers just about putting the final finishing touches here on the warm-ups. Sun is out, temperature's nice, a little windy, but all in all, can't complain here for an early Saturday afternoon affair. The sights and sounds down on the field brought to you today by executive producer Steve Beals. He's up from Florida. He's down there on the sideline behind the camera lens. There you see head coach Roger Sampson. And, of course, our trusted man upstairs is John Barron, our chief engineer. Of course, the producer and director is Ben Beals back in the Beals Insurance Studios. All right, we'll come back. We'll get Roger's keys to the game. And then it's game time here in Bedford. The Bulldogs and the Lancers, two D1 powers colliding here early on. Right back to Bedford in a moment. You're watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. Are you thinking of selling your home? Well, now may be the time, given that spring is here, the market is hot, and interest rates remain at all-time lows. It's time to call Roger Howe, a licensed professional realtor with the Bean Group. Not sure what your home is worth? Roger will provide a market analysis for you at no charge. With 12 years experience in residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties, Roger knows your local market. So contact Roger Howe of the Bean Group today. Is your company interested in showcasing your brand to thousands of high school sports fans across New Hampshire? If not, why not? And if so, let's go. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is seeking sponsorship partners. It's the perfect way for your company to get out in front of the moms and dads who make up our community. Help us help you, and we can grow together. If you're interested in partnering with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, then email us at fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. That's fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. Join our team today.
Starting attack, a senior, number 5.
Welcome back here to Bulldog Stadium in Bedford. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe with you, getting set for Bedford and Londonderry. Roger, your keys for both these teams as they look to continue their winning streaks.
Two things right off the bat. Owen Roberto, the face-off midi for Bedford, was not in the game on Thursday. It made a huge difference in the outcome of that game, I feel. He is back today, I believe, and he will be going up against Alex Grosho and Jesse Morin because Londonderry switches those guys off simultaneously. I don't know how they actually run that, but that's one of the keys. The other keys is that the Bedford defense has got to shut down a fairly potent Londonderry offense, which would include Hunter Smith, Isaac Majoon, and Cole Duarte. So I think that if Bedford can really tighten down on defense, they've had a great clear this year, had great success there and possessed the ball, get it to their offense, they should see success. Londonderry is a bit faster, and their transition game could be problematic for the Bulldogs.
Reminder, tomorrow morning we recap everything lacrosse on the FNL NH Lacrosse Show. It's presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. We are on air 9 a.m. Londonderry grad Eric Coburn will join us in studio. He won a national championship at Merrimack a couple of years back. We'll also speak with Coach Joe Hansmeyer of Bedford for the first time this season, and a whole lot more. Full recap of this game as well. Again, tomorrow, 9 a.m., the FNL NH Lacrosse Show, presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks.
Starting at face-off.
All right, gathering crowd here, an 11:30 scheduled start.
Starting defense, a senior, number 10, Brady Burke.
And again, gorgeous setting, gorgeous backdrop here at the Bulldog Stadium. And, of course, by the way, we're not done. Once this game is done, we head down to the Gate City for some girls lacrosse premier programs in Division I, Bishop Girton and Souhegan. We get that going at 3 o'clock. That's today. Souhegan BG on the girls' side at 3. And then Monday, another big heavyweight matchup between BG and Exeter on the boys' side. That one, perhaps the most anticipated game, period, to this point at least. We get the show going at 3:45 ahead of the 4 o'clock Eastern time face-off. Again, that's Monday. BG and Exeter, so very busy.
That's a big game. Big game.
All right, we'll step aside for the national anthem. Well, there it is. Well done here in Bedford, as usual. National anthem in the books, and we're just about set for the opening face-off. Bedford coming in with a record of 7-1. Winners of 5 straight, while Londonderry, after beginning 0-2, have won 4 of their last 5. They sit at 4-3. Those 3 losses, 2 against BG, 1 against Exeter, so not too shabby. Londonderry led, of course, by Roger Sampson. Spent some time in the Nashua area before making his way over to Londonderry. He's highly involved with the community. And, of course, Matt Johansmeyer on the other side took over for Coach Gerard and is now in his 2nd season officially. It would have been season number 3 if we had played lacrosse last year. All right, Londonderry in their road blues. They'll head right to left in this first quarter. Bedford in their home whites with the red lettering and black trim, and we are underway. Face-off still up for grabs. Ground ball near side. There's 5-6 players in the mix. We get a whistle, and this one given over to the Bulldogs. Roger, that was one of your big keys, as it always is, the face-off X.
Yeah, and Roberto got a clean break on that. He just didn't get it to stay in his cross, and Bedford would have had that anyways. Will Enders came up with that ground ball, but there was a violation, so here we go.
All right, opening trip for Bedford. And Maximilian Maniello, one of the senior midfield captains, with a running shot. No problem, though, on the other side. It's Dane Duarte. Getting some dual action between both JV and varsity. Easy stop here, but the outlet is turned over. Picked off around the 40-yard line, and now again the Bulldogs going to settle in on the attack. Magnus Steele, one of the juniors, able to come up with that with some good stick work. Meanwhile, far side wing, another shot. Maniello aiming low. Little traffic out in front of the cage, and now you get a push just outside the crease, it looked like. It'll stay here with Bedford. 1 minute in the books. Now Derek Greer, another junior, playing deep behind the cage, gonna restart. A lot of upperclassmen, Roger, that have really made their impact early on in the season on this front line.
True, that is.
Connor Abusto, a little shake and bake. Knockdown didn't matter. A power move towards the cage is going to put the Bulldogs in front 1-0.
Well, as you said it, there's your senior attackman, captain for the Bulldogs, headed to Curry College. Always seems to find an opening. It never ceases to amaze me how his game has progressed in the last couple of years. But good for him, and Bedford up 1-0.
Comes with a minute 22 gone by. A beautiful spin move there along the near pole. Meanwhile, Londonderry is going to win their first face-off on a technicality here and set things up on the attack for the first time, trailing 1-0. Zach Fawcett, a three-sport athlete, kicker on the football team, came off the bench in the basketball season for a team that went to the Final Four, and well, there he is in the high slot, number 2, away from the ball. Meanwhile, Jack Kester with a touch far side. That shot a little wide. And Bedford with some good hustle behind the net to take over.
I think there was a good defensive play there to keep him outside, too.
Londonderry sets up the ride. They get a little bit of room here. Bedford's going to go back to the netminder. Matt Desmond, the junior. High picked off. Intercepted by Fawcett. Fawcett on the move. It's a 4-on-3. Fawcett looking for a player near the cage, and there's the finish. Nice touch pass over the top. Cole Duarte able to catch and finish and tie the game at 1.
Well, this is what Londonderry does very, very well, and that is ride. And this is a simple man-to-man ride, but they give no room to the Bulldogs to clear the ball there, forcing the long, high pass, which gets picked off and gets Fawcett in a position where he's got Duarte alone on the crease. And this is something Bedford's going to have to really clean up.
Face-off one here by Riley Bowles, another member of the football team for Londonderry. And the Lancers have now won 2 of 3 to begin the game at the X. Game tied at 1, 2.5 gone by. Opening quarter, big early season matchup between two of the hotter teams in Division 1. Pulled out Aiden Dennis, trying to shake, goes left, gets the step. Pass taken behind the net. It's Hunter Smith, the attackman. And Hunter, the senior, now being ridden by Bedford's Quinlan Kerr, one of the defensive captains. Kerr trying to poke. Pass to a cutter. Off target, ground ball, scooped up by Bedford. This is Joe Michael. Michael, the quarterback in the fall for the football team. Able to get the clear, absorb the check here. It's Aiden O'Loughlin all over him, and Laughlin turns him over. O'Loughlin pokes it away with the stick. Avoids a man at midfield, and again, Londonderry a chance for the lead. Joe DeFranco going to pull it out. And now again, Londonderry going to settle down. Well, Roger, to your point, Londonderry exercising that tough ride and producing a couple of early Bulldog turnovers.
Yes, indeed. And they are working it well and not giving Bedford any breathing room out there to clear.
O'Loughlin against Michael. Going to bring him far side on the wing. And he's going to back pedal behind the cage. Oh, no, sorry. The ball's on the far side there. This is Smith. Smith, nowhere to go with Kerr right on his hip.
Kerr playing very tough defense on him.
Going Ray out. Smith going to try to bring him now behind the cage near side. Picked up off the switch. Smith goes high right over the goaltender's right shoulder, it looked like, for the second Londonderry goal, the first Lancer lead. Now on the board at 2-1.
Well, that's just a talented attackman finding the weight distribution on the check from Kerr, because Kerr played him very, very tight all the way through the crease, came up to goal line extended. Kerr got the push on his hips, and as he released, that's when Smith turned and shot, and that's a great play by them.
Good placement on the shot, too.
Yes.
Meanwhile, face-off win for Londonderry. They've won 3 in a row. It's Bowles. Then an advantage so far after the Lancers lost the opening face-off. Looking for 3 unanswered now. Nearly 5 minutes in, first quarter. Growing crowd here at Bulldog Stadium. Bedford 7-1 on this early season. Londonderry winners of 4 of 5 coming in, hoping to improve to 5-3. Meanwhile, it's Smith looking for a man, backed up by Fawcett. Fawcett going to step left, steps into a shot that gets rejected. Loose near side. It's Brandon Savage to it for Bedford, but a whistle is going to give this back to Londonderry.
Did not see that.
A little bit of a push, maybe.
I didn't see it.
Not a whole lot. Either way, Londonderry will take it. Pass, though, broken up far side. 2 Bulldogs converge, including Kerr. Player on the floor, and now a whistle, not the floor, but the turf. That was Isaac McCune who went sprawling out for Londonderry. Officials give it back to the Lancers here as we head towards the midway point opening period. Action been down at this end of the field more often than not over the last few minutes. McCune,
Big
dodge, fires, good stop, low.
Desmond.
Yep. And then loose, and then the officials say no.
And I don't agree with that. He did not have control of that ball, so they are allowed to pester the goalie until he starts his rake back, and he did not do that.
So Desmond catches a break. Bedford again trying to clear it against this tough Lancer ride.
Trapped in the midfield.
This is Sean Toscano, the sophomore.
There you go.
Toscano able to weave his way towards the far side wing. And now the Bulldogs looking for the equalizer here, trailing 2-1. Toscano still with it. Giving room at the top of the box. The defender for Londonderry is their quarterback on the football team, Dylan McEachern. And meanwhile, intercepted by the long pole. That's Pedrick Provost. Goes up for Smith, and now Smith pumps the brakes on the near side wing. Back over to Fawcett. And Londonderry is going to restart.
Yeah, Patty Provost, he's the real deal. He's got some great defensive skills out there.
Made a good play there. Meanwhile, Fawcett off the screen, going to turn on the gas.
Post.
And, yep, I think hit that far side post. Good positioning, though, either way, by Desmond, who looked ready. Bulldogs get to the ground ball. Good pass is going to free up Elijah Gregson, junior attackman, who comes up with the clear for Bedford. We hit the 5-minute mark, first quarter. Bulldogs scored less than a minute and a half into the game. Have been quiet since. Meanwhile, Derek Greer looking for a step. Finds Arbusto. Arbusto, there's no way to get it off. Good close out there defensively by Evan Parker. Meanwhile, good play here. Ian Ward, the defender, able to poke the ball loose. Pass, though, broken up. High slot. We got a ground ball. Still loose. A lot of hacking, a lot of shoving. The officials let him play as Londonderry comes away with it. It's Kester. Kester goes back middle with a high pass. Robert Durhack, the long stick defender, has a man.
Big save.
But a good stop there. Now it's still loose, and then it ends up in the cage. Now too many blue jerseys on the doorstep that time. And Londonderry cashes in. They've scored 3 unanswered. They take a 3-1 lead here. With 4 minutes and change remaining, Cole Duarte coming away with his second goal so far in this first quarter.
I'm impressed so far by what I'm seeing on the Lancers side. They are tremendously aggressive on defense. Bedford had a fast break going here, and Isaac Morin came out at breakneck speed to catch up to the break and cut that off. Ball goes all the way back down. Desmond makes a great save, and Bedford can't capitalize on a ground ball, and Duarte's right there.
Now, this Londonderry ride has looked swarming here so far. Very impressive. And, well, they've been able to score with some mini transition opportunities, it seemed like, as a result. Good passing around the cage. They've been relentless. I imagine that Coach Sampson is very pleased here at the start that his club has gotten off to on the road.
Absolutely. One of my keys to the game at the beginning was how fast Londonderry is. They've got some good athletes out there. Fawcett's had some good runs. Smith has had some good runs. But the key so far is they have kept Bedford out of the offensive zone, or when they've been down there, they have been extremely aggressive with their checks, and they've had a couple of good picks. So that's the key so far.
Coach Joe Hansmeyer of Bedford, second season on the sideline, calling an early first quarter timeout to try and get his guys on the right page. Trying to break a losing streak at the X. It won't happen here. As Londonderry, I believe, able to come away with it initially.
Yeah.
I may have spoken too soon.
They did not release, so I'm going to give that one to Bedford.
Yeah, I think I spoke too soon. Bulldogs needed it. They ultimately get it.
Now, Bulls came away clean with it and then immediately got checked and double teamed. So
Greer looking for a man. Big collision. Two players down on the turf here near side. Ground ball still loose. Shoulders flying. It's been physical here in the first quarter. The officials letting him play. Durhawk in the middle with that long stick for Londonderry. Battling here heads up with our Busto. It's still going, and now a hold is going to be called against Bedford.
yeah, I saw several infractions there, and Jimmy Tufts is letting them play, like you said.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Smith, quick restart. Smith, eyes on the cage, hit from behind, maintains his balance, and now pulls it back out here on the near wing. Inside of 3.5 to go, first quarter. Londonderry looking to stretch this lead here on the attack in search of their fourth unanswered goal. Trotting near side, Kester. Not Kester, rather, but Aiden Dennis. Dennis going to swoon to his right. Fakes a pass left, then goes back up top. Josh DeFranzo, one of these juniors for Londonderry. Tied up here. Good defensive effort. I think that's the midfielder, Andy McGee. Pulled out back eventually by O'Loughlin. And then Dennis, little two-man game here near side. Now Smith spins to his left, gets around Kerr. Pass, though, broken up. Ground ball near side. Dennis going to stay with it. Retreats to the corner. Spins away from the defender. Hit from behind. Now a whistle comes and a timeout is called by Londonderry.
Yeah. Good pursuit there by the Bedford defense.
Londonderry.
Kerr got beat on that prior play and actually ended up with the trail check, which took the ball into the corner. One comment about the Bedford offense on this last possession on the offensive side for them. They appear to be very apprehensive about what they're doing on offense right now. That last play had a forced pass into the middle and resulted in a scrum here on the sideline, which they ended up losing on a whistle. But they need to get the ball, they need to calm down, and they need to get into their sets. I know they have a good playbook that can combat some of this aggressive play by the Lancers, but that's going to be a key for them.
Windy day here, Saturday afternoon. First part of a doubleheader for us here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We head down to the Gate City after this one is over to bring you BG and Souhegan on the girls' side. That's a 3 o'clock start from Stello Stadium. We'll be live in Nashua again 3 o'clock this afternoon right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Nick and Astis, Roger Howe with you. Bedford got out to the early start. Connor Abusto scored with just about a minute and a half gone by to give the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead. Since then, Londonderry with 3 unanswered goals, 2 of them by senior Cole Duarte, the other by Hunter Smith. All right, heading towards 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Londonderry looking to keep the party going, coming out of the timeout. See what Coach Sampson has up his sleeve. Back out far side. This is, I think, a shot and a score. Yep, that's Brandon Savage. Savage got a step to his left. Shot had a little bit of speed to it. The junior goes low. And Londonderry able to stretch this lead now to 4-1.
Yeah, not great defense there. Michael got beat, tried to put up the gate, and he ran right by him, and there was really no slide there. So give it to Londonderry for finding their spots there when the defense is falling asleep, essentially.
Yeah, Savage picked his spot pretty well there for his first goal of the afternoon. Meanwhile, whistle and a violation here against the Bulldogs. Going to give this one right back to the Lancers. They've won 4 of the 6 at the X here as we hit the 2-minute mark first quarter.
Yeah, not quite sure what the violation was there. It looked pretty clean for both Bowles and for Roberto.
And Bowles has been an asset so far today for Londonderry. Lancers again going to work the perimeter. They go behind the cage now for Smith. Smith and Kerr, big matchup to watch. Kerr draws a second man, going to fire to his right and go just a bit wide. Out of play, far side.
Speed kills there. He really picked it up and got several steps on Kerr.
Here's the cutter. Shot stopped near side. That's a good save by Desmond. The junior able to cover up. And now looking for an outlet. Going to go far side of the long pole. That's Brady Burke. Long stick. Senior. Up ahead, Kerr. Kerr, one time for Augusto. Not quite on the same page, though, with Evan Schmidt. And now Schmidt, the junior, out in the corner. Going to get a whistle here.
Looked like there was a tip there when Arbusto was looking at Schmidt.
We'll stay with Bedford. Schmidt going to restart in the corner. Final minute, first quarter. Bulldogs hoping to end on a high note. They trail early, 4-1. Pass gets away from Arbusto. Arbusto does recover. Given room now by the defender, McKeckern, going to come back near side. Has a cutter. Shot low and a beautiful stop. In net. That again is Dane Duarte. Sophomore getting a good stop. However, Kerr, the interception at midfield for Bedford. Kerr going to draw 3 defenders. Spins to his left, falls down. Loose ball far side. Maniello is in the mix. Surrounded by a sea of blue. Lost it. Hacked away by Durhack. 15 seconds. The Londonderry senior then loses it. Big collision far sidelines. Both coaches want a penalty. The whistle comes inside of 8 seconds. And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to get this one. No flag was thrown there, just a good old-fashioned hit.
Yeah, that's a good no call.
Yep, Maniello waiting to restart. Londonderry going to retreat here for the final 7 seconds and try to pack in the defense, it looks like. Whistle, quick restart, Maniello. Far side, and he's just going to hold on here and allow the clock to run out. Londonderry off to a good start. They fell behind 1-0. They've scored 4 in a row. And after the first quarter, lead the Bulldogs of Bedford on the road by a score of 4-1. Right back to Bulldog Stadium in just a moment. You're watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
No
I
flag.
didn't see a flag.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Sorry, we missed that. They started
Back
off
here in Bedford, the Lancers with a 4-1 lead as we begin the second quarter. Roger, there was a penalty at the tail end of that first quarter. We weren't quite sure. There was a whistle. We didn't see a flag. There is a Lancer down on his left knee, though, in the penalty box. So an extra man opportunity for Bedford. Outside shot denied by Duarte. And this sophomore has looked good in cage for Coach Sampson. Meanwhile, the ride giving problems for Jesse Moore in the long stick mid. Going to come near side. Morin's pass goes the length of the field. Dribbling out of play towards that far corner. Bedford is going to get to it. So the Bulldog ride able to produce a turnover.
So that penalty was on McCune. We don't know what the infraction was, but he's going to sit a minute by the looks.
Meanwhile, Parker Henrichen, the junior defender, having problems on the clear. Pass here is going to head towards the near sideline and go out of play. So that Lancer ride, Roger, continuing to be a big factor in this first half.
Yeah, it's time for them to go 4 across, and they're going to be forced to do the long pass, but not passes like that where you're just kind of dumping it into a no-man's land zone and hope that your middies can catch up. They got to figure this out. It's a big factor right now.
Lancer's able to produce a handful of Bulldog turnovers so far in this first half. Have been operating on the attack more often than not as a result. Kester shot goes low and out of play. Now, Londonderry, winners of 4 of 5 coming in after an 0-2 start. Looked like the aggressor at times in that first quarter. Pass backdoor. McCune, good feed over the shoulder shot by Fawcett, a little wide. And again out of play.
Boy, good tic-tac-toe offense there. Very good by Londonderry.
Yeah, they've looked methodical.
Bitter.
Meanwhile, quick shot. Won't go. Awaiting and ready there was Desmond, who has looked good for Bedford in this first half. Long outlet pass taken along the far sideline. Bulldogs now with a 3-on-2
Nice.
shot and score. It's Derek Greer, the junior. Well, a couple of options there for Greer, Roger. A good outlet pass, first of all, to spring him. And then he said, you know what, I'll pull the trigger myself along that near side to get it done. Bulldogs end a stretch of 4 unanswered by Londonderry, and they're back within 2 at 4-2.
Yeah, I was just about to say, the Bulldogs were clearing the ball well, but they missed Josh Beaton, who was wide open in the midfield. And next thing you know, they pick up the pace, and boom, Derek's got it in the goal. So good for them for picking the pace up there.
Meanwhile, off the face-off, Londonderry to it. They've won 5 of 7 in this first half, including 5 of the last 6. Fawcett absorbing a couple of hits, still trying to find his way to the net. Behind the cage now, a little shake and bake, and Londonderry going to restart.
Good matchup there, Enters in Fawcett.
3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Lancer's looking for an answer. Pass there, drop, top of the box, loose now, back towards midfield, foot race, kicked over the line. Londonderry a stab at it, that's Parker. Parker then lost it, still loose. And what do we get here? A little bit of a hold. It's going to draw a whistle and give this one back over, I believe, to Bedford here. Well, it's been a physical first half. The officials swallowed the whistle. Only 1 penalty. We saw that come just before the start of the second quarter, but
yeah,
have had a lot of stoppages, however, due to the rough physical play.
Yeah, some I agree with, some I don't, but then again, I'm old school, so.
I hear it. But more often than not, it seems like these refs have been lenient.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, spin move.
Too much.
Trying to fight his way through a crowd. That's Arbusto. Nearly lost it, helped out by Greer. Greer's going to pull it back out.
Yeah, and Connor has been played by a short stick almost this entire game so far, and Bedford's not taking advantage of that by pulling him behind with the ball. They need to mix it up here.
Maniello, the step, bouncing shot, stopped low by Duarte.
Your best attackman with the ball and scoring power, and he's being played by a shorty. They need to recognize that and see what they can do with it.
Outlet. Tough job here. Tough spot for Logan McIntosh, who lost it, is now surrounded. And we've got a 7-player scrum here near side. A whistle is going to break it up. Give it back to the Bulldogs.
No. Oh. A really quick whistle there.
Yeah.
He went before the whistle even blew.
Meanwhile, pass near side, off target, and turned over. Durhack, outlet taken, and now with speed comes Morin. Morin racing down the near side. Quick extra pass up top. Smith going to retreat.
Great clear. Great clear by Durhack and Morin.
Ground balls, more often than not, have ended up with Londonderry in this first half. They've got a 4-2 lead. 5 minutes gone by. Second quarter. Nick and Astis, Roger Howe with you. Lancers, winners of their last, 4 of 5 coming in. Gunning for their 5th win of the season. Bedford hoping to improve to 8-1. Yeah, hit from behind. It spurts loose. It's turned over.
There's your clear.
Long outlet taken. Good pass by the goaltender Desmond. Kerr whips it left side. Schmidt closed out well on the wing. Did not have the shot, and then his pass a little low. Intended for Henriksen. Backed up, though, by William Kramer, the junior midi for Bedford.
Finally, a breakout clear for Bedford on a save. That was a good job by Kerr.
Yeah, the Lancer ride has been good in transition.
Kerr actually instituted that whole thing. He got the check on his defender that freed it up. Oh.
Meanwhile, stumbling is Kramer. Turned it over. Now, Aiden Dennis able to pounce on it immediately after Kerr lost it. Cleared eventually by O'Loughlin, and then a whistle comes. And I believe we have a timeout here.
Timeout Londonderry.
It'll come at just about the midway point of this second quarter. 4-2 Lancers. Bedford got on the board first. Connor Abusto scored for the home team with about a minute and a half gone by. In that first quarter, Londonderry responded with 4 unanswered to close out the frame. 2 of those by Cole Duarte, Hunter Smith, Brandon Savage accounting for the other 2. And then the lone goal here in the second quarter has come from Bulldog Derek Greer. So that's where we are. 4-2, Roger Howe, with 6 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, Bedford forcing the offense a little bit there. They wasted an opportunity. Unfortunately, Kramer stumbled on his own dodge there. Didn't like the way the Bedford's attack had set up on this last fast break with Kerr bringing it down. Schmidt was way outside the hash marks where he should have been a lot tighter in, which would have enabled him to get a nice pass across to the other attackman. But, I like the speed I'm seeing right now with Bedford. They're finally combating the ride of Londonderry. Let's see if they can continue to capitalize on that. But obviously, again, Londonderry's speed throughout this 10-man lineup is just amazing. Robbie Durhack gets a ball down here on the defensive side, headmans it up to Morin. Morin has got some great speed, and they automatically set up and get the ball on offense. That took about 2 seconds for them to do that. It was amazing.
Yeah, the execution, coordination, and the timeliness has all been there for Londonderry in this first half.
And both of those players are on the All-State watch list, by the way. So that proves out.
Yeah. Just a lot of good student athletes, period. A lot of multi-sport athletes up and down. Really both rosters.
Wow.
Good pass to the middle. Shot, though, jammed up. Cole Duarte surrounded, never got that one out of his stick cleanly.
Boy,
it ends up ultimately with the Bulldogs here now against the clear.
Another clear.
Over the top, Henriksen. Henriksen, the long pole. Seeks help from Maniello. Now has it at the top.
Well, that's 2 in a row. Good clears by Bedford.
Yeah. Sure, that's something Coach Joe Hansmeyer has tried to address in real time during those timeouts that we saw earlier in this first half, because it has been noticeably improved. Meanwhile, for Bedford, Magnus Steele trying to use his big frame. He's getting hacked at by Durhack.
Yeah, he got lucky there, too. He got double-teamed and just did not release the ball.
Derek Kaliza looking for Greer on a cut. Greer hit on his way through the zone, never quite pulled it in. Good stop by Londonderry, and again, there's that clear, Roger. Bang, bang. They get it to McEachern. And now McEachern is going to find McCune here near side. Up top, Smith thought about it. Little hop step. Going to pull it back out, though. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining first half.
Yeah, would have liked Magnus Steele once he got the slide there and was double-teamed to move that ball quicker. When you're being played by two guys, somebody on the other side's got to be open.
Smith draws a slide. Pass to the top. Jammed up. Tried to find Duarte at the top of the box. Duarte, though, going to scoop up the ground ball ultimately for Londonderry.
Yeah, Heaton had that ball and just could not get the ground ball in his stick.
Fawcett, little stop and start, splits two defenders, and then lost his footing. Lost the ball as well. Out of the chaos comes Henrichsen. Another good ground balls pick up for Bedford. Henrichsen, though, in trouble. Trying to stay inbounds and could not.
That aggressive ride again.
That was McCune right on his hip. Back over to the Lancers, 3.5 to go first half. Londonderry looking for their first goal of the second quarter. Bulldog defense has been admirable. Meanwhile, McCune, one-on-one with Brady Burke here near side, back to the cage, up top.
Good defense.
Yep. Jab step there by Savage, back out. Fawcett. Defender fell down, shot though, no problem. As Desmond able to stop that one high. Outlet near side for Burke. Burke, long pass taken midfield. Good clear there by Bedford.
We'll take it.
On the move, Maniello. Shot denied. Well, this kid's been excellent. Dane Duarte, called up from the JV team, getting it done. Time and time again in this first half.
Yeah, Maniello has been shooting low the whole game. I think that's his third shot, and Duarte has gobbled up every single one of them.
Maniello scored. No, he did not. He has not scored yet. The two Bedford goals have been Arbusto and Greer.
Yeah, we really haven't called Max's name at all today.
Meanwhile, Smith turned it over, but Bedford gives it right back.
Yeah, I don't like
I
that
think
call.
That was Henrichsen. Yeah.
I thought the Lancer player had the ball in his stick.
2 minutes to go first half. Coming up at halftime, a full recap of this first half. A look around the state on a busy Saturday. And we'll prep you for our upcoming broadcast as well on the girls' side between Souhegan and BG. That's all coming up at halftime here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Final 100 seconds. Michael, the defender. O'Loughlin escapes Michael. Near side. And now again, in no hurry, is attackman Cole Duarte, who scored twice in this one.
Good patient offense by Londonderry. Not making any mistakes.
Haven't forced anything.
No. No drops. Good passes. Good movement. Good move.
There's Dennis. Paid the price on the shot, which came in high. No problem on the stop for Desmond.
Yeah, good pop by Hadley after the player had released that shot. Good play.
Final minute, first half. Good clear by the Bulldogs. It's Josh Beaton, the junior. Pass, though, off target near side. Going to roll out of bounds and go back to the Lancers.
Yeah, just as we say that about Londonderry and how well their offense moved, Bedford makes a passing error here.
Meanwhile, this one intercepted. Knocked down, scooped up. It's Morin. Cleared for Londonderry. Near side, Fawcett looking for a man on the doorstep. Duarte couldn't quite stab that one. A little behind him, a little low.
Yeah.
Shot ends up wide, and Bedford now with 25 seconds trying to get it out of their own end.
Yeah, I think Morin tried to make a no-look pass as a long pole. That can be hard sometimes, and it did go low.
Good floating pass here on the clear. Extra man near side, but again, off target. Trying to find the freshman attackman, Derek Kaliza. Kaliza couldn't reel it in. Londonderry. Final 5 seconds deep in their own end. The mid side, intercepted. Take it away, Maniello. Time for one more. Shot, though, just wide of the near post, and that's going to do it. A defensive first half here at Bulldog Stadium with the visiting Londonderry Lancers out in front of Bedford 4-2.
Yeah, not much different than what we called at the beginning of the game, as we talked about the Lancers' speed and the Bedford solid defense. Desmond came up big with some saves there. Duarte really came up big with some saves for Londonderry, but it's playing out just what we thought.
Yeah, Londonderry got out to that hot start, but could not add to their 4-1 lead in that second quarter. Bedford trying to crawl their way back. Still, obviously, a full half of lacrosse yet to be played. Coming up, a look back at that first half. We'll preview the second half as well. Big scoreboard watch as action begins to get underway statewide. Right back to Bulldog Stadium in just a moment. You are watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. So,
our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. Are you thinking of selling your home? Well, now may be the time, given that spring is here, the market is hot, and interest rates remain at all-time lows. It's time to call Roger Howe, a licensed professional realtor with the Bean Group. Not sure what your home is worth? Roger will provide a market analysis for you at no charge. With 12 years experience in residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties, Roger knows your local market. So contact Roger Howe of the Bean Group today. Is your company interested in showcasing your brand to thousands of high school sports fans across New Hampshire? If not, why not? And if so, let's go. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is seeking sponsorship partners. It's the perfect way for your company to get out in front of the moms and dads who make up our community. Help us help you, and we can grow together. If you're interested in partnering with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, then email us at fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. That's fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. Join our team today.
Start of the second half here in Bedford. Nick Anastas, Roger Howe with you. Londonderry out in front at halftime, 4-2. Lancers looking for their 5th win of the season. Bedford hoping to avoid just their 2nd loss of this young campaign. Well, the Bulldogs got things going the way they were hoping to. Minute and a half in, Connor Augusto scored to make it 1-0. However, that's when Londonderry would really get going. The Lancers responded with a Cole Duarte goal, first of 2 to even things. Just a few minutes later, Hunter Smith gave Londonderry the lead at 2-1. Duarte's second followed about 3 minutes later to make it 3-1. Final 2 minutes of that first quarter, Brandon Savage struck. And, well, the Lancers picked up a penalty just prior to the end of the first quarter, but had a 4-1 lead. That penalty, by the way, the only one either way in that first half. Second quarter, the Bulldogs came alive. Defense, name of the game. The lone goal in the frame was from Bulldog junior Derek Greer. And that is where we are, 4-2 at halftime. Roger, at times, both teams doing a lot of different things well in that first half.
I would say so. Very impressed with Londonderry's team in play overall. Their press ride, man-to-man ride that is, has been just outstanding. And Bedford started to figure it out a little bit there, towards the end of the half. Bedford has done very, very well on defense. They need to refine a few things on offense. But what a great contest here. I was not expecting a huge defensive battle, although we've seen some good saves by Duarte and by Desmond, meaning that both teams are getting their looks. But exciting to see this second half come up here.
All right, let's take a look around the league on the boys' side. Division 1, unbeaten. And perennial number 1, Bishop Girton, 5-0 in the year. They are out of state today at Cape Elizabeth, just outside of Portland.
Yep, perennial power up there in the South Portland area.
And the only out-of-state game for the Cardinals, at least so far, scheduled on the season.
Yeah.
So they will...
Surprised to see that, too. Maine's tightened things down kind of like Massachusetts has. So.
Yeah, Mass Light. But either way, BG and Cape Elizabeth meeting this afternoon. And then Exeter, who will face BG on Monday, will be there, by the way. They look to improve to 7-0 today, hosting a winless Salem Blue Devil team that is 0-6 out of the gate. So we expect both BG and Exeter, at least I do, to remain unbeaten going into that Monday afternoon matchup. We'll be on the air for that 4 o'clock start at about 3:45. Again, that is on Monday. And then, or elsewhere, let's say, today in Division 2, Dairyfield, after a thriller last night, Roger Brown. I know you've been itching to talk about that. Roger Howe. Dairyfield hosting D1 Merrimack, which should be good, but again, the real story came last night with the Cougars in overtime.
Yeah, I was working, doing my job, my regular daytime thing, and as usual, watching Twitter at this time of year is one of my downfalls, maybe, but I couldn't help but be mesmerized by the tweets I was seeing out of Oyster River. Oyster River really played Dairyfield, probably the toughest they've been played in a long time. 2-2 at halftime, and they finally pull it out 4-3 in overtime with a goal by Ryan Etzo. So great contest yesterday.
All right, meanwhile, we're ready to go here. Londonderry, winners of 4 of 6 in that first half. They win to begin the third quarter. They win the face-off. Quick shot, though, not going to happen. As Desmond been very good in net for Bedford. The junior comes up with another save there. However, the Bulldogs facing a formidable ride from Londonderry. Kerr, the defender, going to spin away from McCune, get the clear. Low pass scooped in far side by Maniello, and now Bedford setting up the attack here. Goals in that first half from Augusto and Greer.
So the Bedford needs to sharpen up here, run some plays. Stick skills were pretty good in that first half, but they just didn't execute. Maniello's got to pick it up here, too.
Here is Maniello They're going to draw the slide. Instead gets rid of it near side. Here's Greer. And a back step, back pedal. Still backtracking. Now looks to make the move. The defender is Ian Ward, the long stick. Pass towards the middle, broken up. McEachern in there defensively, scooped up by Steele. Shot and score. Magnus Steele able to sneak that inside that far post. And to look now, Roger, but Bedford is back within one.
They are indeed. And if I was on the other side of the field coaching, I would have been pulling my hair out as Derek backed into the corner and pinched himself, but got out through the dodge, got a pass into the middle that got bounced, and then Magnus Steele pulls it out on the ground ball. Great follow-up by Magnus Steele.
So Bedford, after falling behind after 1 quarter of play, 4-1, they're back within one at 4-3. Less than a minute and a half gone by in this second half. Magnus Steele, the third different Bulldog to light the lamp. Meanwhile, Londonderry looking for the answer after they come away with a face-off win.
Good stop there by Burke.
Yep, and Burke able to get it away from a crowd.
Enners has got to go.
And near side, Enners in a little bit of trouble somehow. Got away from two defenders. Michael now, left side. Extra pass off target. And behind Evan Schmidt, trying to recover, slips on the turf. But Bedford will maintain possession.
Good look by Arbusto, but little high for Schmidt there.
Over 2 minutes gone already, third quarter. Now Schmidt in a good spot there, potentially for the equalizer, but the pass a little bit behind him.
Good
shot here on the move by Maniello. Takes a high bounce out of bounds, far side.
Another low shot by Max.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Roger. He's seemingly aimed lower more often than not so far.
Yeah, he's getting played hard by Morin.
Quick shot off the post. Trying to follow his own miss.
We're going to get a flag.
Flag flies, and a penalty coming against Londonderry.
Yeah, he was kind of defenseless as he went down there.
That was Arbusto, took a shot upstairs.
Yeah, it's probably going to be unnecessary roughness here on number 9.
Yeah, no real argument from Kester. Although now he looks like he's complaining in the box for Londonderry. Second penalty against the Lancers. So a brief extra man opportunity for Bedford about midway through the first half. Dang. Now a great chance to tie the game with 3 minutes gone by in the third.
Good movement.
Near side.
Watch Arbusto.
Shot. Denied. Not sure if Durhat got a piece of it, the defender.
Yeah, hit him.
Recovered, though, quickly. And then a shot here low goes wide. It was Greer from the near side wing.
So good movement on the offense here. Extra man. They get the corners moving at least.
Well, and again, another stop. This is Dane Duarte. Goaltender's been excellent. I believe he played in the JV game earlier this afternoon.
Had a couple of shifts, he did.
His eye has been sharp here at the varsity level for Londonderry. Pass, though, over the top. Trying to spring Fawcett. McCune going to keep it in, though. Keep it alive, at least. Smith in the area as well, but it's going to be Bedford's Brady Burke who comes away with it.
They need midfield help.
Burke's been Johnny on the spot a couple of times in this third quarter.
Yeah,
Toscano is going to clear it, the sophomore for Bedford.
Yeah, interesting that we're seeing Duarte in net and Bowles at the face-off X. Neither of the two face-off specialists for the Lancers that were on our roster, I don't think we've even called their name today.
Meanwhile, 4 minutes gone by, third quarter. Bedford looking to tie the game. They've trailed most of the way.
Good lurk.
Far side, shot, not going to get off, trying to do it over two Londonderry defenders. Eventually the shot does go wide out of play.
Might get a hold here.
Stay with Bedford. Yeah, there's a flag down.
Yeah.
Just saw that.
Yeah.
Just in front of the Londonderry sideline.
Number 17. procedure.
He's down on his knee in the box. That's Zach Griffin. No. That's Bedford 17. 17 in blue is Logan McIntosh, the senior for Londonderry. So back-to-back penalties.
So there are 2 men down.
Bedford, though, 0 for 2 so far on the EMO.
So 17 is back out there now on attack as a midfielder defensively.
Oh, yeah, right.
So it was again on number 19, apparently.
That's Isaac McCune.
Rip.
Shot, stop high, Duarte. Boy, he's seen pretty much everything so far, Roger.
He certainly is, and that's Maniello's first high shot of the game. And he came up big
Again,
on
a
him.
good clear by the Lancers. Kester. Going to jog near side, the long pole, Parker Henrichsen on him. Fawcett's going to reverse it, far side. Savage.
So penalty is over.
Coming up at the midway point. Third quarter. All 3 of the games penalties against the Lancers. But Londonderry able to kill off back-to-back Bedford EMOs.
Good battle over there with Enners and Fawcett again.
Near side, Cole Duarte spins right, shot low, stopped again by Matthew Desmond. Well, the goaltenders kind of one-upping each other at this point. Both have looked good. That's why it's been a low-scoring 4-3 affair here as we hit the midway point third quarter.
Tough ride again.
Bedford just going to get it over and then...
Offsides, yeah.
Yeah, Kerr, as you said, Roger, did a good job to clear it.
Somebody's got to be watching there.
Timing a little off, though, yep.
Yeah, Kerr's not responsible for staying on sides or keeping the team on sides.
Durhawk for Dennis. Londonderry, a good clear. Dennis gets the step. Dennis. Shot, knocked down, and then scooped up again by Desmond.
Good clear.
Yeah, long outlet. It's going to spring a man, middle of the field. Andrew McGee. McGee, far side, double team, gets rid of it.
Good.
Schmidt. Back up top. Maniello going to retreat.
Good play by McGee there. Don't try and force it on offense. You're a defensive midfielder. Get it to the attack and let them regroup.
The outlet's been crisper as well. We saw it there from the goaltender Desmond, who didn't hesitate to launch that 25-yard pass.
I'm going to have another column on my score sheet for the next few games to start tracking shots or saves, that is. And both goalies have been tremendous today.
Yeah, double-digit, I think, at this point. 5 minutes, third quarter.
Absolutely.
All right. Bulldogs, again, a chance to tie.
Nice shot.
On the move, there it is. William Kramer, the junior, on the move to his right. And the Bulldogs now scored 3 unanswered, dating back to early in the second quarter. Goes upstairs there, and we are all tied up at 4.
What a shot by Kramer. I kind of jumped the gun there because I saw it coming. He got ahead of steam on his midfield defender and got a step. And I don't think Duarte saw that. There was a lot of traffic on the crease. Bedford finally crowding the crease a bit and getting some movement, making those defenders move, and it paid off here.
And they'll win the faceoff as well. Just the third victory at the X, and this one for the Bulldogs.
Can't waste it now, and they do.
Yeah, it's loose. It's Smith who gets to it. We get a whistle.
That's a call from the far side of the field. He can't be over. He's calling over and back, but we didn't get a touch in the box.
Well, the officials give it to Londonderry.
Yeah, but it didn't. I don't think Bedford made the touch, but
he looked pretty adamant on the call. Maybe there was something we couldn't see up here. Meanwhile, Smith and Kerr, that's been a good matchup. Kerr going to get rid of it now. Far side, it's O'Loughlin. Michael going to give him some room. And back again up top here.
Coach Sampson wants it behind. They're not responding.
Inside of 4 minutes.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah, a little wide, loose, far corner, foot race. McCune able to get to it for Londonderry.
Wow.
Able to beat Henrichsen in a foot race. Back for O'Loughlin. Londonderry, Roger, they have gone dry offensively, have not scored since the 2:05 mark in the first quarter.
Yeah.
When they led 4-1.
Yeah, the Bedford defense is just rising to the occasion, working out some kinks.
Two-man game here. Pass so far, O'Loughlin. Pass near side, and there's the shot and score along the far post. Isaac McCune took the good interior pass and knew how to finish. Londonderry needed that one. They're back out in front 5-4. It's their first goal since the first quarter.
Yeah, collapse on defense there. Just as we were talking about how well they were playing, they literally slid to the wrong guy there and left McCune wide open. From the pass of O'Loughlin. Good play by Londonderry. Bedford falling asleep there on that second slide.
So McCune gets his first of the afternoon. Londonderry comes back with another face-off win. They've won 6 of 9. All right. Final 3 minutes. Third quarter. Big juncture in the game here as both teams trying to grasp the momentum going into the fourth. This is Dennis. Given room by Michael. Going to jog near side. Goal line extended now behind the cage. 2 players behind the net.
2-2 set.
Yep. McCune and Dennis. Dennis. Spin move right side. Pass up top, a little low, trying to find O'Loughlin. Being dug at by Nick Hadley. Long stick sophomore for Bedford. Eventually, though, settles with the visitors. Dennis. Going to get rid of it. O'Loughlin far side. 2:20 to go, third quarter. McCune draws out Burke. Behind the cage. A little start and stop. Reverse. Trying to gain traction. Leaves it. High slot shot. Score.
Fell asleep again.
O'Loughlin.
No, outside.
Oh, no goal. I'm sorry. I thought that went in.
I did too.
Instead, it was the Bedford fans reacting to the stop by Desmond.
Good
little
play.
Rolling pass near side.
That works.
By Henrichen trying to get it away from Smith. Now Kerr at midfield, able to split defenders. Come up with the clear for the Bulldogs. But another, I believe, offsides here. Either way, it's back over to Londonderry. We've seen that a couple of times, that violation coming near midfield. Comes here with inside of 2 minutes. Londonderry trying to build back-to-back goals to rebuild a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I did not see that. And there's been a couple of instances this game where...
In this quarter, yeah?
Yeah, they just don't know what they're calling.
Well, it's part of that Londonderry ride, I think, Roger, that's been so impactful today for the Lancers.
Falls down.
Savage, shot high. No. This is Desmond. Makes an over-the-head save. Long. Nope. Fakes the outlet pass. Ball betrayed him.
They got to move it.
Kerr near side.
They got to move it.
Final minute 10.
They got to get
Back middle. This is Burke.
Get it to the box.
Got it over. This is Christopher. Whistle. I think a timeout here. Yep. Just inside of 1 minute to go. Third quarter, Roger Sampson on the Londonderry sideline calls his second timeout here. And Roger, as a coach, is this one of the opportune times to hit the pause button? Minute to go, third quarter, and a 1-goal game.
Absolutely. Under a minute, and I think it was Bedford that called this timeout. They had possession.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Bedford. Under a minute here, and they're going to
yeah, you're right.
do what they've done so far this season when they've had the opportunity. Call the timeout, settle the offense down, get a good possession. Do not force passes where you don't have a good sight, and run a play here. Run something a little different. We just saw Londonderry morph into a 2-2-2. They've slowed their pace down, where in the first quarter they were guns out, blazing. They were moving the ball as fast as they could, and they've changed their tone of play. Bedford should come out here. They're smart. They have good players out there on offense, and they really need to capitalize here with a score to tie this thing up.
And it's been tight throughout. Largest lead either way came after the end of the first quarter. Londonderry led 4-1. Bedford made it a 4-2 game at half. They've come back to tie it briefly. Magnus Steele, William Kramer to begin the third quarter made it 4-4. Isaac McCune a moment ago put Londonderry back out in front 5-4. And now, again, Bedford out of the timeout. A chance to tie as we head towards the fourth quarter.
Big open offense here. They'll morph into something. There he is.
Greer, cutter, Steele. Hit from behind by McEachern. Never got the shot away. Goes around the cage, far side. Up top, shot. Not happening. It was Kramer, pretty good look. Knocked away by the goaltender Duarte. Loose ball scooped up near side McEachern. Long outlet for Durhawk. Where is it? Turned around, lost it. Greer picks it up for Bedford. 20 seconds, third quarter. Greer hit from behind, flag flies, and a penalty coming against Londonderry.
Hey, good thing they got that flag, though, for Bedford's side, because I would have called a timeout there. Greer was being pursued really hard.
Yeah, heavily hounded from behind by McIntosh, who's going to get hit with the penalty. His second, by the way, I believe. Third penalty in this third quarter against Londonderry, fourth in the game.
Got to run your 30-second offense here.
Going to have to do it in 10 seconds now.
Exactly.
Up top, Toscano, near side, Schmidt. Toscano,
good
extra
roll.
pass.
Man's open.
Kramer looking far side, shot! Maniello denied again. Kid Duarte has been excellent for Londonderry. Third quarter in the bag. Londonderry's lead is 1. 5-4 after 3. Will the Bulldogs complete the comeback in the fourth quarter, or will Londonderry win for the 5th time this season? We find out next. You're watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. It's presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Folks, there are a few programs left on the
All right, fourth quarter, Roger, the
closest to the high school.
tightest of advantages right now for Londonderry. 5-4, a one-goal game. It's been a good one. Londonderry led 4-1 after 1, 4-2 at the break. Bedford came back to tie it about midway through the third quarter at 4. Isaac McCune right now is the difference maker, as his lone goal came at the 3:23 mark, third quarter. But, boy, Bedford seemingly has gotten stronger as the game has gone on, Roger. They've taken some advantage of some Londonderry mistakes, including the penalty box. What needs to formulate here, I guess, first for Bedford, then for Londonderry in the fourth quarter to make the difference?
Yeah, I think that, what a great quarter of lacrosse to start. That was back and forth the whole time. Good offense, good defense, good goaltending play. Not sure why Londonderry starting off with the ball here. Had to have been a call at the end, which it appears it was. I see Maniello over there in the box. As I said to you, at the end of that quarter, there was something going on over that far side after Maniello took that shot. So clearly...
Yeah, it's, I think, the first Bedford penalty.
It's not a penalty, though. They're not man down, which
you're right.
I don't quite understand.
Yeah, Maniello is on the sideline. He's not on his knee. He's standing with his teammates on the sideline. Meanwhile, Londonderry, who've played with the lead pretty much all afternoon, trying to get something along the far post, and there it is. Good positioning. Hunter Smith got inside that defender, kept him on his back, and then made short work of that far post to reestablish a 2-goal lead for Londonderry.
Smith does it again. He had a similar goal, second goal of the game for Londonderry, playing up against Kerr. He's a big guy. He's a strong guy. And he just muscled his way right to the crease and tiptoed along the front and found a spot. Good play by them.
And Smith scored about 4 minutes into the game. Gets one there. Another win for the Lancers at the face-off circle. Scooped up defensively there by Ian Ward. By my count, Roger, 7-3. Londonderry at the X.
Indeed.
Something you were keeping an eye on. And well, it's been really a dual effort. Riley Bowles, though, has been the primary face-off man and primarily has been pretty good for Londonderry.
Yeah.
Lancers a chance to work a little clock here, trying to rebuild their largest lead from earlier when they led by 3.
Yeah, Bowles has been lights out. He's gotten the clamp or has muscled his way out of just about every face-off today, and the ones he hasn't won, it's because Bedford's been on the ground ball side of things.
Meanwhile, DeFranzo, who has played well today for Londonderry, gets to McCune. McCune trying to power near side. High pass, escapes Duarte, loose towards the Londonderry sideline. Another good ground ball.
There's that speed.
That's Aiden O'Loughlin.
He came from all the way down on X to get
he's
that
a
ground
fast
ball.
player. Wide receiver in the fall for the football team. I think he played. He did play defensive back as well. You need speed to do both. And he showed it off there, able to save the day for Londonderry. Meanwhile, Smith looking for his third goal. Trying to find a teammate. Lost the ball. It's loose near side. Desmond went sprawling out for Bedford. The junior goaltender does come up with it. Now Bedford has to clear. Owen Christopher looking middle. Fakes a pass, but then lost it. Poked away, and it's Hunter Smith. Able to corral for Londonderry, and again, with 3 minutes gone by fourth quarter, Londonderry a chance to run some more clock with this 6-4 lead.
It's amazing how many blue jerseys are up here by the 50 on clears. They just muddle up everything in the middle.
It's been a team effort for sure. Defensively, that's been one of their strengths.
Indeed.
Dennis, behind the cage, near side on a quick pass, may have caught Smith off guard. Good job by Kerr, the long pole defender, to break it up. And now again, Bedford tasked with trying to clear against this Londonderry ride.
Big pass.
Long pass.
Whoa.
Nice catch. Maniello one-handed pulled that in. All right, Bedford down 2. Offense. Well, they've been patient. Trying to find the spark. It's Steele. Kind of a wild shot from 15 yards out, a little high.
Got a quick slide there, Nick, which forced him to shoot soon.
Schmidt, the restart. Maniello,
Good
the
break.
step. Second defender comes over. That's Durhack. Chopping away. Maniello trying to get away from him. Shot on the run again, a little wide. And again, we'll stay with Bedford.
Yeah, you can see the frustration from Max on that far side after that shot. He's just not getting good wood today.
Schmidt getting hit here. Good defensive play. That's Londonderry's Morin. Steele up top. Steele
Pop.
gets the step. Shot won't get through, though. Knocked down, I think, by McEachern. No, it was Evan Parker, the defender. Meanwhile, far side, 3 players hit the ground, including a rough landing from Londonderry's Josh DeFranzo, who's still down. Looked like the knee got driven into the turf over there.
Yeah, big scrum there. Several players falling down.
The officials eventually blow it dead with 4.5 gone by. I'm not sure if there was a timeout there.
I'm hearing in my ear that there's a timeout. Might have been a Londonderry timeout, in fact.
Well, Coach Sampson's not happy with his players. So that may have been...
Timeout. Londonderry.
Yep. A call from Coach Sampson. Very passionate player. Players coach down there, Roger. Roger Sampson, we've had him on our Sunday show, and well, he's a guy who's not going to hold anything back, so to speak, and he's giving it to his guys right now, trying to put the finishing touches on the final 7:26 here, a game where Londonderry more often than not has been in control.
Pretty much. They have not lost their cool out there. They've played steady defense, methodical offense, especially since the first quarter. I'm getting just a vibe from the Bedford side that there's a sense of urgency out there right now.
There should be with 7:26 to go.
Exactly, down by 2. This will be an important play here. Let's see what they do. They don't normally trap up here. I'm not sure why the ball is going to be down. It should have been on the far side there. Well, it is going to be on the far side. That we see it now. So they are going to try and trap.
Yeah, Kester at about the 43. Going to restart.
And they're leaving Durhack open.
Quick pass. Fawcett able to take it. And now as we head towards 7 minutes to go, Londonderry a 2-goal lead. We'll try and play a little keep away here. Lancers 4-3 on the year. 0-2 to begin. They've won 4 of 5, trying to make it 5 of 6. Backdoor pass. Too crowded. Duarte in the slot lost it. However, Bedford never quite had it either. Ground ball ends up again with Londonderry.
That was an important ground ball for Bedford.
Fawcett. Shifty.
Ooh, nice shot.
And score. Boy, tough shot. Went right over, it looked like the left shoulder of Matthew Desmond.
That it did. And for a right-handed goalie, that's probably the toughest spot from your belt line up to the crossbar for a goalie to catch up. And where Fawcett's normally been covered by Enners there, he had a short pole Michael on him and took him to town.
Londonderry, back-to-back goals in this fourth quarter.
They win the
and they're back up 3, and they get another face-off win. That's 8 of 11 unofficially. Clock starting to become a factor as well. We're midway through, halfway home here in the fourth. Good extra pass, but Desmond has the last laugh. Quick outlet as well by the junior goaltender.
Ooh.
Being hounded from behind. That's Enners who lost it. Again, Roger, the Lancer transition defense right around midfield coming up big yet again.
Yeah, that was Smith. He rode the defender, Enners, all the way to the line and did not give up on him.
Well, so Londonderry again in a spot here to run some clock inside of 6 minutes now. Wind continuing to whip here in Bedford. Pass middle. Yeah, may have forced that one. It's loose. Officials blow it dead and give it over to Bedford.
Boy, for as physical a game as this has been, they're calling some very light-duty pushes in these piles to change possession, but got to go with it.
Yep. Pass high, turned over. Well, the passing not as consistent as Coach Joe Hansmeyer, I'm sure, would like.
Yeah, we haven't said much, if at all, today about unforced errors. That's probably the first or second one that they've created here in the second half, and very untimely for them.
Good pass, McEachern for Dennis. Dennis with numbers, but wisely decides to pass on the shot. Instead, had it poked loose by the defender, Hadley. Dennis recovers, then Hadley strips him. Hadley going to take it himself to midfield, going to cross here along the near sideline.
Bad pass.
Inside of 5 minutes, Hadley's pass picked off. Good defensive play by Parker. Up ahead for McCune. Now Duarte, far side. Trying to spin his way away from Henrichen.
Yeah, that's just a play by a inexperienced LSM who makes a great play down low and doesn't go to his left hand to protect the ball and just makes an errant pass.
All right, here's O'Loughlin. as we head towards the 4-minute mark, fourth quarter. Behind the cage, Smith. He scored twice today. Looking for McCune.
Nice
Catch,
pass.
fire, and score. Boy, excellent placement there, just inside of that near post.
Yeah, what can you say there? That's good lacrosse all the way around. Draws the defender. Smith pulls up short in front of goal line extended, or behind goal line extended. And there's Isaac McCune, just parked right there on the crease. He parked that shot right inside the left post too low, and I don't think Desmond ever saw it.
So McCune, his second goal, both coming in the second half. Londonderry, Roger, after allowing Bedford to tie the game midway through the third quarter, they've responded with 4 unanswered goals.
Yeah, amazing to see that offense just be methodical, patient, experienced. They have not relied on their speed like they did in the start of the game. And finally, Bedford gets a possession here.
Yeah, violation against Bowles. Bulldogs needed it. They get it. We're inside of 4 minutes. Clock a factor.
Good cut.
Steele. Couldn't quite get the shot off, though. Comes near side. Pulled back out.
And they're going to walk on Maniello here.
This is Kramer. Trying to get away from McKecker and whips a 15-yard shot high. Out of play behind the cage. Restarted by Greer. Well, it's that fine line between patience and trying to work against this clock, right, Roger?
Exactly. Here's a good shot here.
Kramer, a little high and wide. Again, it'll stay with Bedford.
And Londonderry not losing their head here on defense. They're clearly locking on Maniello and not giving him much to go with here.
Steele in trouble.
It's going to be a small hold, maybe a little
The flag down.
option there. Oh, slash, that is.
Okay.
On number 3.
It's Dennis, who is indeed jogging towards the penalty box.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take that back. It looks like it might be.
Or is it Logan McIntosh, who's been guilty a couple times today? McIntosh, although he may be waiting for Cole Duarte to get over there.
Yeah, he's the
McIntosh
defensive
coming on.
Yeah, he's the defensive midfielder they've been putting out there on.
Well, there is a player down on one knee. Is that McCune?
Yeah, I think it's McCune. He slashed Magnus Steele on that switch when he was on Maniello. Here's a rip. Oh,
Shot,
yeah!
and
Good save.
No.
Oh, no, that was
Wow.
classic. That was classic.
Dane Duarte. Frame the picture there. Top shelf. Boy, almost went in top corner here near side, but Duarte has been excellent today. Meanwhile, Hunter Smith quickly at the other end of the field. Bulldogs wondering what happened there. Smith his third. He's got the hat trick. 5 unanswered for Londonderry, a 5-goal lead on the board at 9-4.
Wow, long pass up to Smith after what has got to be the save of the year by Duarte. Gets it up quickly. Smith picks it up off the ground and just goes in. Great play by Londonderry. Aware. Their presence is all over the field right now.
And a big second half, or really a big fourth quarter. 5 unanswered goals, 4 of them in this frame. Looked like we were maybe heading for a 1-goal classic with just a 1-goal difference after 3. Instead, the visitors have really put their foot down in this fourth quarter and are just 2.5 minutes away, perhaps, from their 5th win in 6 tries.
Yeah. And worst part about that whole play, that sequence for Bedford, is that they were man up.
Yeah, good point. Didn't realize that. Forgot about that. A shorthanded goal there for Smith. And just a great turnaround from the stop at one end of the field to Smith. You mentioned the outlet passes today. The transition game overall for Londonderry has been a big benefit for the Lancers.
Big time. And Maniello is going to have nightmares about this game tonight, I'm sure. I thought he really made a nice shot and Duarte pegged it.
That is, by the way, Morin still in the box for Londonderry, number 18 in blue.
Okay.
Along that far sideline in the penalty box for the Lancers. Meanwhile, the official's going to add a couple of seconds, 4 seconds to be exact, back to the clock. So 2:31 to go as now we're set to restart. Steele behind the cage. Bedford trying to end on a high note. Trailing most of the afternoon. They led, their only lead came, a minute 18 into the game when they were out in front 1-0. Here's a shot, Arbusto. He was the man who scored the game's first goal. Gets his second here with 2:11 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good man-up offense there. They finally got him out on the wing where he feels comfortable, and he just lets go a left-handed blast. We haven't mentioned his name since, I think, the beginning of the third quarter when he made a touch. But Bedford gets one. Gets one back.
Two goals in this one. Steele at the face-off X for Bedford. Leaves a train of wreckage behind him. Bulldogs ultimately come away with their fifth face-off win. Running out of time, though. We're inside of 2 minutes. They're still down relatively big here, 9-5.
Yes.
Shot, score. Well, never say die, says Max Maniello.
Max drops his hands on that one and revisits the low end of the plane after getting very frustrated in the first half with maybe 2 or 3, if not 4, ground shots that Duarte just ate up. And then he went into the high mode, and he's been stuffed subsequently by Duarte up until that shot. So change-up planes is always good in this game, especially as you develop your shot. You don't want to telegraph everything to the goalie, and give it to Maniello there.
Yeah, he's played well, played hard this afternoon. 9-6. Still a three-goal gap with just 104 seconds to go. Reminder, after a brief post-game show here, we're on the road in Nashua for a 3 o'clock start on the girls' side between Souhegan and BG, two of the better teams in Division 1, two of the perennial contenders in D1. We'll be there this afternoon. Our broadcast gets underway just before the opening face-off at around 3 o'clock this evening. We'll also be right back at it on Monday. BG and Exeter on the boys' side, a potential championship preview, perhaps. Both teams unbeaten going into today's action. Will be there Monday, 3:45 for the 4 o'clock start.
Bedford starts off with Magnus Steele at the X here, trying to mix it up on Bowles.
Bowles going to get it loose. Steele still hacking.
Bedford
Steele
gets it.
Comes up with it. Yeah, Roger actually won the last one, too, for Bedford. So he's 2 for 2. Overall, though, Londonderry is still with the advantage in the game. Bedford has to hurry, down to a minute 20. Steele trying to force a pass. Greer couldn't quite get it. Now Londonderry tasked with trying to clear. This one avoids Ward. In the mix also McIntosh, who ends up with it. Dribbling pass far side. Scooped up, sent deep by Morin. Good catch, good feed, middle of the field. Shot, knocked down. Good anticipation by Desmond. Meanwhile, McCune tried to find Duarte, who was wide open but lost it.
Oh, nice pass.
It's Kerr out of the fray for Bedford. 40 seconds. Maniello up the field. This is Schmidt. Back for Maniello. Trying to work middle. Takes a hit. Avoids a second man. Second slide comes over. Pass ends up behind the cage for Greer. Greer looking for a cutter. Instead throws it over the head of Maniello and out of bounds. Comes with 23 seconds to go. Back over to the Lancers, who look to put this one to bed. Londonderry came in winners of 4 of 5 Now looking to make it 5 of 6. They get the restart. This is Kester near side. Gets rid of it for McCune. Through the box.
Duarte.
Duarte, why not? A scooping shot that ends up over the goaltender's shoulder with less than 12 seconds to go.
Wow, what a shot. Desmond, he was just handcuffed on the whole play there, and Duarte makes such a nice backhanded goal.
So Cole Duarte is going to end up with a hat trick, just like his teammate Hunter Smith.
Londonderry goal by number 28, Cole Duarte.
Comes with just under 12 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Bowles looking for one more face-off win. Instead, it end up with Bedford's Kerr, and that is going to do it. Londonderry, after an 0-2 start to the season, they are now 5-3, following an impressive, at times gutsy, 10-6 win here in Bedford.
Well, that was a surprise. I didn't expect there to be such a wide gap in the final score. Not how we started off the second half, being
We were
only
tied about midway through the third.
Yeah,
it's 4-4,
and it looked like we were heading, like you said, to another one-goal wonder, as we've traditionally seen a lot this season. But hey, I'm impressed by Londonderry, their speed. And what they can do on offense with their settled and their fast breaks. Bedford played well on defense for the most part. Things broke down. And again, the face-off circle became a factor, I think, especially in the second half.
Londonderry, they get the win. They led most of the way. Held a 4-2 lead at half. Bedford came back to tie it briefly about midway through the third. Londonderry then responded with 5 unanswered goals and ultimately come away with a 10-6 victory. It's just the second loss for Bedford this season as they slip to 7-2. We will hear from Bulldog head coach Matt Johansmeyer tomorrow morning on the FNL NH Lacrosse Show. It's presented by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. We get underway at 9 a.m. And, well, another good game. Either way, a good game to call, good game to watch here this afternoon that ends up going Londonderry's way by a final score of 10-6. Want to thank executive producer Steve Beals, making a celebrity appearance down there on the sideline, working the sideline cam. We appreciate it. Doing a great job no matter what facet he is operating under. Of course, our chief engineer upstairs, videographer John Barron, continuing to do a great job doing double duty as we get ready to shift our production down to Nashua for Souhegan and BG Girls coming up at 3 o'clock Eastern. Want to thank our director back in the Beals Insurance Studios, Ben Beals. For my partner, Roger Howe, my name is Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time, Londonderry 10, Bedford 6. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. Are you thinking of selling your home? Well, now may be the time, given that spring is here, the market is hot, and interest rates remain at all-time lows. It's time to call Roger Howe, a licensed professional realtor with the Bean Group. Not sure what your home is worth? Roger will provide a market analysis for you at no charge. With 12 years experience in residential, commercial, leasing, and investment properties, Roger knows your local market. So contact Roger Howe of the Bean Group today. Is your company interested in showcasing your brand to thousands of high school sports fans across New Hampshire? If not, why not? And if so, let's go. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire is seeking sponsorship partners. It's the perfect way for your company to get out in front of the moms and dads who make up our community. Help us help you, and we can grow together. If you're interested in partnering with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, then email us at fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. That's fnlnhmedia@gmail.com. Join our team today.